Well, hello Johnny, and thanks for inviting us here today. It's a great spot. The Pet Toon Studios are beautiful. G'day Johnny, it's a pleasure to have you here. Are you alright for a cup of coffee and all that sort of stuff? Angel, can you get him a cup of coffee? Yeah. One coffee. Thanks Angel. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here, mate. Well, it's well known that you've become a major influencer on YouTube. How did that come about, and basically how did your amazing life begin? Yeah, well, it has been an amazing life, I'll tell you. I grew up on a farm boy, which I know is hard for you to all believe, but yeah, I grew up on a farm in a little town in Gippsland. That's in Victoria, Australia, to people who don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I had a good life riding horses and running around, not studying at all. Who would have believed that I've never done any study? Wasn't much good at school. Pretty bloody useless. That's sort of a Phillips trait that goes back quite a few generations. Something that I'm proud of, don't get me wrong. I was an artistic child. A little bit quiet that way, which back in those days basically meant that you were sort of dull. Sure, my parents thought I was as dull as hell, but we overcome that. I was artistic, as I just said, and in grade 3 I remember picking up a pencil when I was supposed to be listening to the teacher talking about mathematics or some other such bullshit subject. And I started drawing Fred Flintstone cards. Hey, I can draw! I realised I could draw, and so did other people, but generally speaking, my parents didn't know what the hell to do with me. I remember going to the airport back in the 70s, and I realised the last plane out of Sydney, it's almost gone. Travelled around Southeast Asia for a while, flying choppers when I could, but the nightlife nearly drove me around the bend. Gifted? Well, yeah, I suppose I was gifted, but what were the bloody gifts? That was the problem we had to sort out. And what about your sporting achievements? Sport? Yeah, I had a crack at everything. Surfing, parachuting, bungee jumping. I remember the best advice an old sporting mentor gave me years ago. The words have stuck with me forever. He said, Johnny, you're never going to be any bloody good at sport, so you may as well give up. Yeah, of course. Now, you recently set up the Pet Toon Channel. What led you to do such a thing and become a major YouTube influencer? The Pet Toon Channel. Oh, the Pet Toon Channel. Yeah. It was only recently I realised that the world was crying out for another major influencer. And I woke up one night in the middle of the night, said that could be me. I can do all this funny drawing and really make an impact on social issues. And that's how I decided to do it. Let's get in there, Johnny, I said. Forget about those words that sporting mentor said to me. Get in there and do it. And look, here we are in this huge big Pet Toon studio. All the workers here. It's been a dream come true. Well, it hasn't been easy. It doesn't take, you just don't get millions of subscribers overnight. It's taken me 3 months. But no, it's not a venture I would take lightly. And I'm getting letters from all around the world, from young blokes, young ladies too, who want to start up being a major influencer on YouTube. And of course, I have to be honest with them. It takes a certain type of person to garner that audience and hold them in the palm of your hand. And it's not for the light-hearted. You seem to have a fascination with AI, artificial intelligence. And recently you had the PT100 stand in for you doing a show of on the Pet Toon Channel. how do you feel about robots taking over the world? Oh, look, the PT100 experiment was one of the highlights of my life, really. Yeah, of course. Look, when I go to the petrol station, I don't want to be greeted by some stupid-looking robot. I want to be greeted by a nice Indian gentleman who will say, "Thank you, sir," and take me bloody money for the overpriced petrol, and that's it. And there's also this phone generation. You get young kids today sitting at home staring at their bloody phones. Why, when I was a young fella, I was out horse riding, mucking around the creek, a few little breaking entries. Yeah. Nowadays, a lot of kids don't even know what a copper looks like. They've never had a copper even knock at their door. Now, as you make known on your shows, there are lots of ethnic groups in Surfers Paradise. What sort of ethnic groups would you like to perhaps encourage more of? Oh yeah, lovely ethnic groups here in Surfers Paradise. I've dealt with the Mexican group. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the Mexican society around here with their long Mexican boots. That I've got a pair just over there. I wear them regularly. Yeah, I can walk down the street here in Surfers Paradise and look about me, and really, I wouldn't know what bloody country I was in. I don't know whether there's many Eskimos here in Surfers Paradise. I doubt it. Why? Eskimos that love it here, it's nice and warm. Okay, yeah. Oh no, I'm getting it. If we're going to do it, we may as well get everybody over here to enjoy our bloody beautiful country. Now, it's well known that one of your hobbies is whale watching. You're right into it, but unfortunately it seems every time you go out there, you spill your guts up. Has that deterred you at all from your hobby? Oh yeah, the whales. Yeah, I've been out there 6 times, but unfortunately I've never seen a bloody whale because I've been seasick somewhere down in the hull. Yeah, of course. And you've also done a lot of pet tunes for royalty and well-known figures. How did that come about? An honour that I wasn't really expecting. You know, we got the Sultan of Raja and his royal yak. By golly, that was a thrill doing that one. Yaks are big over there in the Himalayas. And when I got the call from him, it was just bloody. It was like a dream come true. I thought they were kidding me. I thought, this can't be right. This is some bloke pulling my leg. But no, it was the Sultan's advisor, and we went ahead and did that, and it was a very, very successful pet tune. Mind you, I haven't seen a bloody cent yet, but I'm sure they'll be right for the money. He's a sultan after all. Surely he's loaded. But it's the clock's ticking away, and I hope he bloody pays me. Royal yaks, yeah, but royalty's just like us, really. They pull their pants on one leg at a time, just like me. Sometimes I do too, though. And they got their own problems, and what sort of party they're gonna have, what sort of wine they're gonna have. All these problems, I take my hat off to them. Now, what would a major YouTuber influencer, what would they be thinking about the general media today? Are they accurate? Are they even worth listening to? And conspiracy theories, let's not forget about them. There seems to be conspiracy theories everywhere. What's your thought on those? In the old days, when I was a little boy, back on the farm watching in black and white, ABC News come on and the guy read it, and everything he said, you bloody well believed. But these days, Jesus, I don't know, where are they getting the information from? Who's telling them this? Who's telling them that? Why are they telling us this? And what's making news? I mean, there could be the biggest bloody earthquake in all of Kazakhstan, and and all we get is some information because football stars been up for assault and he's going to miss 4 weeks. I mean, I don't know whether the priorities are set. And as for the bloody conspiracy theories, I think you can make anything up for a conspiracy theory. I reckon conspiracy theories are part of a conspiracy theory. I reckon there's a worldwide conspiracy theory getting the word out there that there are conspiracy theories. You know, old Neil Armstrong didn't even walk on the moon. The 9/11 attacks, all by the government, which sounds like absolute bullshit to me, but people believe it's flat Earth. God blimey. But I'll tell you here and now, the Pet Toon Channel will not be partaking in any stupid conspiracy theories, unless of course they make sense. Right, yes. Now, let's go on to Wilson, the invisible dog. He's very famous. Obviously a faithful friend. How did you go about or come about acquiring Wilson? Yeah, Wilson. Wilson's been with me for the last 10 years, every step of the way. He's been there for me up times and me down times, and me down times again, and he's always still there, the old Wilson. Yeah, I picked him up about 10 years ago as a pup. I've said this on the Pet Toon Channel once. Went out to, I saw an ad in the paper actually, invisible dogs, $250, wormed and vaccinated. And I said, that's a good bloody dog for me, that could be the dog for me. I went out there and they took me out of the back kennel, they waved their arm and said, there they are, and this litter of invisible dogs raced out of the kennel, and they were gorgeous, gorgeous. I picked the one, the boldest, the one that came up to me, that forged a little bond with me, and I picked Wilson up, I held him by the tail, looked him all over, and I said, this one's for me, I'm going to call him Wilson. Gave him the money and brought him home, and we've never looked back since. They're very clean, they're very, very, very friendly, faithful. He's with me all the time, and I would recommend an invisible dog for anyone out there. Now you're an artist, a creative type. Where do you think art is going in this 21st century, this mad 21st century? But as for art, it's been around for a bloody long time, and I'm not sure it's going in the right direction. It seems to be more money based than anything, and I look forward to me being dead for about 200 years, and my great-great-grandchildren. Yeah, I'm just going to wait a couple 100 years till the artwork's worth something. Hopefully me great-grandkids can get something off it. And that's the plan anyway. Yes, I hear you. Now you've recently gone into bat for some sporting identities. And you were very critical of the Prime Minister. Have you heard from the PM on those comments? Nope, not a bloody thing from the Prime Minister. Really? And as I said on that broadcast, I think it's a disgrace. They're all over everybody when they win a medal, but he hasn't got in contact with me at all. So I'll be getting on to him. Oh, that's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Oh, that's a disgrace. Really? Think it's a disgrace? Well, Johnny, that's it for today. Thanks for inviting us into the Pet Toon Studio world. You've been an inspiration. And it's good to display the real Johnny. Because there's no pretending. This is me all right. Down to the last bloody hair on my head. And I thank you for coming.